In the vast expanse of the galaxy, countless species had come to accept the notion of war. Each race had their own strategies, weapons, and ideologies about what warfare meant. Some saw it as a noble endeavor, others as a last resort, and still others as an inevitable part of existence. But none, not even the most battle-hardened species, truly understood war the way humans did. It was an era of interstellar tension, and the Galactic Council had gathered. A coalition of species from all corners of the universe was formed to plan for the defense of a distant sector that had fallen prey to an aggressive invader. The Draxx, a warrior race that lived for battle. Many species offered their expertise, tactical advice, defensive strategies, technological marvels, but one voice remained quiet during the discussions: humanity's representative. Captain Jonas Keegan sat silently, listening. The Draxx were unlike any other species the galaxy had encountered. Brutal, cunning, and relentless, they believed war was a divine act, a sacred conquest. The other council members spoke of containment, of peaceful negotiations, of trying to understand the Draxx. Keegan knew none of that would work. When the council turned to him, finally asking for humanity's input, he stood up slowly. The room was filled with the finest military minds the galaxy had to offer, but they all seemed oblivious to the true nature of what they were facing. "I've listened to your strategies," Keegan began, his voice steady but heavy with an ominous certainty. "But none of them will work. You don't understand what war really is." A silence swept through the room. The representatives of the Vel, with their mental pacification fields, scoffed. The Minix, with their impregnable energy shields, raised their scaled brows in skepticism. Even the hyper-advanced Meridians, who boasted superior weaponry, were curious to see what humanity could possibly add. "War," Keegan continued, "is not a chess match. It's not about honor or strategy or technology. War is destruction. It's the fire that consumes everything." And the Draxx, he paused, locking eyes with each representative. "They don't fight to win. They fight to destroy." "You speak of destruction," said Zorkith, the Meridian commander. "But what makes humans so sure of your knowledge on the matter?" Keegan's eyes darkened. "Because we've been through it. Every human alive is the descendant of survivors. We're the products of countless wars, each one worse than the last. We've fought wars on the ground, in the air, across the oceans, and in the stars. We know what war is because we've seen the worst of it. We've seen entire cities burned to the ground, millions of lives lost in an instant. We've developed weapons so terrible their use was banned across our entire species." Some of the other representatives shifted uncomfortably in their seats. "We don't just fight wars," Keegan said. "We survive them. We endure. And that's what you'll need to do against the Draxx. They'll come at you with everything they have, and the only way to win is to hit back harder. There's no negotiation, no surrender. It's about survival." The room was silent as the representatives absorbed Keegan's words. For the first time, they began to understand what humanity had always known. That war was not just a conflict between armies, but a battle for existence itself. "The Draxx think they know war," Keegan said, "but they've never faced humans. We've been bred for this. And if you're willing to fight with us, we'll show them what real war looks like." With that, the tide of the conversation shifted. The Council's fear was replaced with a cold, determined resolve. Humanity's history of conflict had prepared them for this moment. And now, the galaxy would witness just how far humans were willing to go to survive. When the Draxx came, they found more than just an alliance of species. They found a force that fought like no other, tactical, brutal, and relentless. And at the heart of that force stood the humans, showing the galaxy the true meaning of war. Author's note: humanity's survival instinct and deep understanding of war forged through centuries of conflict make them a species not to be underestimated. While others might fight for honor or territory, humans know that when it comes to war, the only rule is to survive.